In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use roles from a previous version of NX software, export that role, and import that role into a newer release of the NX software. So as you can see, I have NX12 open here on my screen. To locate your roles, they're over on the resource bar options here. If you navigate down to the resource bar and you find the roles tab, so the roles tab will look like this hammer with the wrench symbol. Go ahead and click that tab, and this is where all of your roles are going to be located at in NX. So under the user category, when you create custom roles over here, under the user category, that is where your custom roles will live. So in this case, I have my custom role named Michael. When you put your cursor over that role and you let it sit there for a second, you can see the actual name of the file that that role has been saved into. So you can see nx_role0.mtx. MTX files are the role files in the NX software, and that is the file extension that they'll have when you save those files, or you save these new roles. In order to export this or open this up in another version of the NX software, or share this role with another colleague, if you'd like to do that, you need to locate this on your Windows computer. In this case, we're demonstrating this on a Windows computer, so that's what I'm going to be showing you. So if I go over to my Windows Explorer, and you go into the C drive on your computer, go down to the users category here, open that up, and find the actual your user login name here. So this user login name is going to be the location where all your local settings are going to be saved on the computer. So let's go ahead and open up this one. Now, once you get into the next folder here under your user login name, you're going to want to look for an application data folder or app data folder. If you don't see this folder, you will have to enable this to be turned on or visible to the user. So in order to do that, if you don't see the app data folder yet, you want to go up to your top menu bar here. And if you don't see your menu options here, you need to go into the Organize dropdown, go into the Layout option on the flyout, and choose to make sure you turn on your menu bar here inside the Windows Explorer environment. Once you have that turned on, you want to go up to the Tools, go into Folder Options. Once you open up the folder options, you want to go over to the View tab here. So open up the View tab, and you want to scroll down and you want to show hidden files, folders, and drives. So make sure you choose this hidden files and folders category and select the radio button next to show hidden files, folders, and drives. Once you've turned that on and hit OK, you'll now be able to see that application data folder. The icon is a little bit different. It's a faint or a transparent appearance folder. And that is the indication that it is normally a hidden folder unless you turn that option on. So once you have that option turned on or enabled, you can go ahead and open up the app data folder. Inside of there, you're going to see three folders. You want to go into the local folder here, and then you want to scroll down inside the local folder to the Siemens folder. So you go all the way down to your Siemens folder, go ahead and open that up. And inside the Siemens folder is going to be the location of all your different versions of the NX software that is installed on the computer. So you can see right now I have many different versions. I have NX 10, 11, 12, and then NX continuous release versions here, 1899, 1926, 1953, all the way up to 1980. So if I want to go into the NX 12, I have NX 12 open here. I'm looking for this role right here. So if I put my cursor over that in NX, you can see the actual role name is called nx_role0.mtx. So I'm going to go inside the NX12 folder here. I'm going to go up to the roles folder, and there's my nx_role0.mtx file. So if you want to share this with a colleague, you can go ahead and copy that and put it on a server drive or location and share that with them. And I'm going to show you now how to install that role if you need to install that on another version of your NX software or on another user's machine. So all you want to do is go ahead and copy that and put it on a server or a shared drive location that you can access. But in this case, we're on the same computer here, so I'm just going to go ahead and open up a different version of my NX software. So I'm going to move this aside, and I already have NX 1946 open in the background here. So this is NX 1946. I have a couple of roles. If I go over to my resource bar here, go down to my roles tab, and under my user folder, I can see I have a couple of roles already located in this version of NX. But if I want to go ahead and use or import another role, I can simply go up to the menu go into the preferences, and then go into the user interface option here. Once you get into the user interface option, go over to the, on the left-hand side here, go over to your roles, and now you can go ahead and load a role from here. So if I go over to the load role icon on the right-hand side, open this up, now I can navigate out to the location where that role file was saved at. So if I go to my C drive, go down to the users folder, go to my username, application data, local, go down to the Siemens folder, and then go into the NX12 folder here. Now, once I'm in the NX12 folder, I can go into the roles folder there, and I can go ahead and grab that nx_role0.mtx file. So once I select that and hit OK, I am going to get a warning here. This is going to say this action can overwrite the customizations that have been stored in your user.mtx file. Refer to the online help documentation for further information. So what this essentially means is once I load this role, it's going to overwrite all my toolbars and all my menu settings when that role gets imported into my NX session here. So I'll hit OK. You can see my screen flashes real quick, and I can hit OK. And now that role has been loaded into the session. Once that role has been loaded into the session, it's not going to show up here until you save the role. So if you right click, you can do a new user role here, and then you can call that whatever you want to call that role. So I'll just leave that as my role_2 and select OK. And now I have that new role that we imported, the toolbars, and I went ahead and saved that role or that new layout inside my NX 1946 software. So that's how you can go ahead and save those roles. And I'm going to show you when I do add that additional role, if I put my cursor over that, you can see NX role 1, NX role 0.mtx. Now this one is called my role_2. Let's go over and look at the folder. So I'm going to go back to my Explorer and go back to the Siemens, go into our NX 1926. NX 1926 is the base release of NX 1946. That's why I'm going to the NX 1926 folder here. Now if I go into my roles, you can see I have 3 roles in here now. And the newest role here, if I look at the timestamp on that, it has today's date of 8/2/2021 at 1:38 p.m. So I just created this role, and I know that's the newest role that we just saved over here inside the software. If you want to save these or share these with other users, just copy this file, place it in a location, a shared drive location, and then other users can use that role as well. Okay, so hopefully that helps to show you how to export those existing roles from another version of software, NX software, and then go ahead and use those exported roles inside of a newer release of NX software by loading that role into the new release of the software and then saving a new role over here. So right click and just do a new user role here, give that role a name, hit OK, and that's going to go ahead and save that new role and that new imported toolbar layout that you loaded.